Welcome back, guys. In the last video we ended off asking the question of red and blue make purple, but what happens if you mix the wrong red and the wrong blue? So I'm going to show you. And when I say wrong, there's nothing wrong. There's just a duller purple or a cleaner purple. And sometimes you want a duller purple. So you actually want to know how to actually manipulate your colors to get a dirty version or a, let's say, a muted version, not so much dirty, which is the most beautiful muted violets, and then you want very strong violets. So, for instance, if I mix this red, which is your cad red, with this blue, which is your ultramarine blue, it's going to go a bit brown. This blue has got violet in it, but it's also got a bit of yellow coming from the red. So let's try that red with that blue. So that's our cad red here, okay? And I'll put it on the side here, the cad red. And then I'm going to take my ultramarine blue, okay, and mix it in. All right. So now we're looking for a violet. Are we getting a violet here? I'll mix some more blue into there. Looks like the red's quite strong. Are we getting a violet there? Looks like we're getting a brown. I'll mix the white into there. And you can see what I mean. It's really quite brown. There's a bit of a violet tinge coming when I mix the white into it, but it's certainly not that color there. If I add a bit more ultramarine blue, which is still more violet blue, we'll see if we get more of a violet from this side, okay? And I'll mix a bit of white into there as well. So you can see it's still not a very strong violet, all right? It's violet, it's almost violet, but it's not very strong. I'll go with a bit more blue into here as well. Okay. All right, so we want some beautiful muted colors. That's what we're going to do. If we also mix the cad red into the phthalo blue, you'll find these two colors are very strong tinting colors. And because there's no bias, there's a green bias to this one, and there's an orange bias to that. The green bias has got yellow coming out of it because it's slightly towards the, this blue is slightly towards the green. So it'll have a touch of yellow in that color. And the red here is slightly towards orange. It's also going to have a touch of yellow in that color. But these two colors will actually mix together. They're going to give you a black. They're what's called complementary colors. And if you want to dull a color like this down, you'll add a little bit of its complementary into it, and it'll grey it down a bit. And you can see here. But that's for another lesson, the greys. I'll do that in another video. So same with the oranges. If I want to mix a dirtier orange, I'll take this red, and I might take the lemon yellow, because that's got a bit of blue in it, and the lemon yellow has got a bit of green in it. And can you see the orange I'm getting? I'll just use some more of this yellow. The orange I'm getting is not nearly as clean. It's still beautiful, but it's not nearly as clean as that orange there. And the last point is your greens. So if I don't want a very bright green, because often in nature we won't see a bright green, I'll take my ultramarine blue and I'll take my cad yellow. Okay? And you'll see I'll get a much darker, not as bright yellow, not as bright green. It's more of a muted down, almost olivey green. So this is how you can manipulate your colors to either get very bright, beautiful colors, or to get your colors grayed down. In the next video, I'll do a much more concise explanation and showing of how to mix your complementaries together to get grays.